Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheared podcast. I'm your host, Austin Creed, and today, my friends, we're gonna dive really deep into this unraveling of the attractive paradox. Now, what does that what does that mean? Basically, what that means is we're gonna see why women are lying out here in the streets. We're gonna figure out why people, mainly women, say they want the nice guy, but then they choose the bad boy. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to really dive into this because relationships are important. Relationships are arguably the most important choice we make in our lives. And to understate that fact is just doing you a disservice. And we're not going to do that today. I don't believe in discounting the very important aspects of life.
Oh, hell no!
We're going to dive really deep into this topic, and I got articles, I got videos, we going all the way in. But before we do that, I want to tell you that your voice matters. Even if you totally disagree with me, you hate everything that I say, I still believe in free speech, and I believe your voice deserves to be heard. Now, whether I'm going to necessarily respect what you say or not might be a different discussion. But for your voice to be heard, whether you agree, disagree, maybe you're somewhere in the middle trying to understand, you can hit me up at Sheared on Twitter, or you can just leave your thoughts in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's hop right into this topic, because I believe this to be a very important issue in our culture. You know, there's a huge growing movement, for lack of a better term, on the internet of men trying to explain this concept to other men, women trying to either join the crowd or say, oh no, this ain't true because I don't believe it's true, giving anecdotal evidence. Science community's trying to come out and cover for this lie. Social media is revealing the unraveling of the lies we've been told, our fathers have been told, our grandfathers have been told. So enough of me talking, I'll let some of the research do the talking, if you will. And it says right here, according to a 2023 study, women are more likely to be attracted to risk-taking men for short-term relationships especially. I'm a firm believer in the following, my friends. Women like dangerous men. Why do I say that? Because it's reflected in the dating marketplace. Why do you think all these, quote, good men are being left by the wayside? Why do you think that is? Now, just because you're good doesn't mean you're entitled to things. That's number one. But this whole thing of being good, being virtuous, being above reproach. Your mother may have told you, hey, that's the man that you should be because that's the man that women love.
You lied to me.
Unfortunately, yeah, I guarantee you, especially if you were raised by a single mother, yeah, that's not what attracted her to your father. It's not. It's really not. And even if your parents are still together, that's not what attracted her. He had to be handsome. He had to have a future ahead of him. He had to have other things. I brought this example up before. This example of, let's pretend you're applying for a job. Let's pretend you're saying, hey, here's my resume. I want to apply for this job as the husband or the boyfriend or whatever, right? Not that you would actually do this, because men with leverage and options, we don't do these things. But let's say, for hypothetical purposes, you did do that. And you applied to this job, and on the application it says, we are looking for a guy he's nice, he's thoughtful, he's compassionate, he's emotionally intelligent, he's all these things that we say we want. And he's like, oh, well, I'm emotionally intelligent. I'm a nice guy. I'm a caring individual. I have physical responsibility. Okay, good. I think I could do that. I can give this woman the world. I can give her a chance. And then let's say you say, you know what? I'm going to do that because you know what? I want to build my legacy. I want to go out there and I want to do what my father might have done, or he wishes he could do. My grandfather might have done it. I'm going to follow on their footsteps and I'm going to make the world a better place. Well, let's say you do that. But then less than 40 business hours later, ring, ring, hello? Yes, I'm calling in regards to your application to be the boyfriend or the husband. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, okay, well, what do you have to say? Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're not getting the job. I'm sorry, what? What do you? But I met all these requirements, and I had even more requirements. Yeah, it's just not gonna work out. Okay, goodbye. Click, and it's gone. You're like, huh? How did this happen? And then you look at you look at the job offer again, and then you see at the very bottom, you see the fine print that says must be 6 foot or higher or taller, must have 6 figures or higher, must have 6 inches below the southern hemisphere or more, must have muscles. Or you read all the fine print of this is the bare minimum, and then it'd be nice if you were kind. It'd be nice if you were thoughtful. It'd be nice if you were fiscally responsible. It'd be nice if you had all those things, but you didn't check the fine print. That's what life is, what I just described. That is the relationship marketplace. They won't read you the fine print. You ever seen those old commercials where, or even those medication commercials where they're like, they show all the nice people with the rainbows and the golf playing and the kids and all that, and they're smiling and they're laughing, they're sniggling, they're having a good time. And then as the commercial is ending, they're like, could cause death, could cause this, blah, 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 blah. Like they just read all these negative side effects right under the radar so you don't hear it, because they legally have to tell you, but they do it like really, really, really fast, and so you catch like every 5th word. Yeah, that is what we talk about on this side of the internet, or what I talk about is I tell you, guess what? I'm sorry to tell you, you have been bamboozled. You have not been told the whole truth. You've been told the side of the truth that makes them sound good, but then you missed out on the part that was actually important. You missed that part. So my friends, let's go back to this article. When we bring up articles like this, where they tend to like more risk-taking men, this should not surprise you. If you've been paying attention to dating, if you've been paying attention to marriage, if you've been paying attention to hookup culture and all these things, you notice that women like exciting, dangerous, risk-taking men. Not men that are just like, quote, toxically masculine. I don't even believe in toxic masculinity. I think that whole thing is a giant farce to get men. In fact, I so believe that to be true. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna look at how toxic masculinity is defined, and we're gonna see, wait a minute, does this actually exist, or is this all just fake news? Oh my, right out the gate.
Oh my God!
Oh, hell no!
You lied to me.
You mean to tell me that toxic masculinity, this article is written by a woman? Ladies, let's say there was an article about toxic femininity and it was written by a man. Would you have a problem with that? I think you probably would, right? You'd probably have something along the lines of, you know, maybe...
You are a rude, terrible person.
But guess what? How am I supposed to take this seriously, man? What is toxic masculinity on webmd.com, written by a woman? I'm sorry, dude. This is already off to a really rough start. Okay, let's see how much of this I can stomach. Let's see. Toxic masculinity, it's thrown around as a buzzword. Yeah, big shock there. It's a multifaceted term to describe harmful masculinity. In other words, they're using double talk out the gate by telling you it's multifaceted. Ooh, it's so complex. While toxic masculinity is ingrained in some areas of our culture, really? Oh my god. I don't know how much of this I can read without just completely losing any semblance of sanity. Okay, let's get rid of the gobbledygook and let's get into the actual definition. Toxic masculinity is an attitude or set of social guidelines stereotypically associated with manliness that often have a negative impact on men, women, and society in general. What kind of definition is that? That's like that's the broadest definition I've ever heard. The term toxic masculinity, unquote, isn't meant to imply that the areas of masculinity in itself is inherently bad. That's a lie. That is a lie. That's how it's often portrayed. Instead, it's meant to point out that certain behaviors and ways of thinking, all the thought police have arrived in the building, often associated with manliness from mental and physical toughness. That's negative? Being able to fight is negative? Being able to stand my ground is negative? In other words, I need to be a pushover bum? Sexism, homophobia, oh, for God's sakes, bro. In other words, if I'm not a guy who sounds like this, who sounds like Mickey Mouse on Laughing Gas, who has a rainbow flag in my background and can actually learn how to fight and defend myself, I'm a bad person. Really?
Oh, hell no!
What kind of stupid, who comes up with this? Who gets paid to write this rubbish? Well, you may think the term toxic masculinity as a modern buzzword. Oh yeah, oh now all of a sudden we're gonna talk about how, oh, it's been around forever. Oh, everybody can catch wreck. They consider toxic masculinity a characteristic of immature men. Oh my, oh, and so in other words, mature men are neutered men? Is that what you're trying to tell me? They're henpecked, neutered men who are not yet, deep in spiritually masculinity. Oh, really? I guarantee you I know more about spirituality than you do. Little miss, I know about toxic masculinity. Meanwhile, I have very little testosterone in your body and you don't understand oh my God. Why can't we get a man to write this? At least then I could say at least he knows what he's talking about to an extent. This men's movement sought to increase, I don't care about all this crap. For all the good things this oh, for God's sakes, how much more, oh, symptoms, oh God, here we go. Toxic, okay, if you have these things, you might be considered toxic. Oh, let's go into it. Homophobia, okay. Let me ask you something. For all those of you who use this word over and over and over and over again, do you even know what it means? No, I'm serious. Do you even know what this word means? Do you know what the word phobia means? Probably not. Most people don't even know what they're talking about. They just regurgitate it like a robot. Actually, no, that's wrong. That'd be disrespectful to robots. So, let's see. So if you are not down with the swirl and you're not down with the, if you're not down with the rainbow riding individuals, then you're toxic. Need for control. In other words, if you want to actually protect things, and to protect you need to control the environment. If you want to control things, you're a toxic person. Promiscuity.
This is the worst kind of discrimination. The kind against me.
Thank you for being so dumb.
Oh my gosh, man. What?
What?
What do you mean promiscuity? Oh my goodness. Toxic masculinity praises men for having multiple sex partners while expressing disgust at women to do the same. Men and women are different. They are different. We are not the same. A woman could walk outside and ask the first dude that she sees on the street to have intimacy with her, and his clothes will be off before the sentence is over. Meanwhile, if I do that, I'm going to jail. I have to actually bring something to the table to get sex. All she has to do is bring her butt over and that's it. So what do you mean it's not the same thing? I have to actually do something or be somebody to get a woman to sleep with me. A woman can literally just do whatever the hell, just walk up to the nearest guy. A woman could walk into a room full of men and ask those men to line up and have sex with her, and they'd probably do it. Yeah, they'd probably do it. Men can't do that. Oh, hell no, we can't do that. Refusing to help with household duties.
Oh my God!
Oh, God. In other words, if you're not a maid, if you actually, have a life and a job and whatnot, and you don't want to come home and then clean your house afterwards, then you're a toxic man. Oh, by the way, this is why men are checking out of dating in droves. Men are saying, to hell with this garbage, we're not dealing with this crap. Risk taking. Oh, in other words, guys who actually want to improve themselves, and to do that, you have to risk, you have to invest, you have to do all these things. That's toxic, apparently. Oh, and then we want to bring up this. Whatever. Stoicism. Oh, in other words, if you have control over your emotions, then that makes you a toxic guy. Showing emotion is weak. Yes, yes it is, as a man. You want to tell me I'm wrong? Okay. Go ahead and talk to your girlfriend or your wife about all your emotional problems and watch how long it is before she comes back and uses that information against you. Oh yeah, don't take my word for it. Go ahead and try it for yourself and see how it works for you. Oh yes, we want to classically use the gaslit. Oh, these people are disgusting. I've had enough of this. This is disgusting. This is toxic, huh? So they want to say that that is toxic. Okay. Okay. Well, let me ask you something. Is this toxic? Let's hop into this video. Let's take the other side of the coin. Is this toxic?
If you are single, you need to do this immediately. Basically, write a list of everything you would want in a partner. Don't hold back. And I will show you mine. It's a few pages long, so I'll just put it up and you can read it. Obviously, we all want different things, so mine is going to be really unique to what I believe.
Pause. So, what I want in a partner, this woman who has her big old bitties all in the camera to show how big her brain is, she then decides to say, here's my list of what I want in a partner. First of all, partner. First of all, women want men who are better than them, and then they want to be equal to them.
What?
Can you make that make sense for me real quick? That doesn't really compute. So you want a guy who makes more money than you, more successful than you, better looking, but yet you're equal to him in what way exactly? But we'll leave that, we'll table that discussion. So let's read this woman's list, shall we? Someone who enjoys food and eating out. Oh, in other words, he pays for dates. Oh, okay. Okay, noted. Generous. In other words, he gives me things. Okay. Enjoys working out and living a somewhat healthy lifestyle. In other words, he's in good shape, has a six-pack, and looks good. Okay, so now we have buys me food, buys me gifts, goes to the gym, understands how the patriarchy
Oh, hell no!
affects women. The patriarchy affects men more than it affects women, just so we're clear, by the way. It keeps other men in check, but we'll table that for another time. Is supportive of my views. In other words, doesn't call me on my BS, okay? Does not believe in gender roles. In other words, he's not gonna tell me to cook or clean. I'm just gonna sit up there doing absolutely nothing. Has done therapy. In other words, he's a big believer in the mental health racket, which those of you who want to call me on that, I've been in a mental hospital and all that stuff. A lot of times it can help people, but for the most part, it's a giant scam. Because if you can't help yourself, the whole thing's a waste of time. Someone who is accomplished and ambitious. In other words, he makes a lot of money and has respect. Has vision, again, respect and money. Physically responsible, again, for money, again. Is it equal? What the hell is this, dude?
What?
What is this, bro?
Well, this is getting weird.
So he needs to be ambitious, he needs to have vision, he needs to have money, but he can't have an ego. What? What? So I need to be a humble millionaire. What? What? See, this is the... What is this, dude? What kind of list is this? This is stupid. See, this is why women can't find... They're looking for Mr. Impossible. They're not looking for Mr. Incredible. They're looking for Mr. Impossible. This does not compute. This does not compute. He needs to have a six-pack. He needs to have a lot of money. He needs to not be traditional. He needs to... he needs to have vision, goals, aspirations, but also needs to prioritize her as an equal who does not have equal drive, ambition, and or anything else, but yet also needs to not have an ego. Anyone that I have met in my life who has tremendous ambition and is seeing success understands that they are valuable and should be treated as such. What is this, man? See, this is the problem. Ladies, this is your problem. You equate, you're looking for Mr. Impossible, and then you want to, then you're like, oh, I can't believe I can't find him because he never existed. Oh my gosh.
Believe in and what I'm looking for and what I've learned throughout my dating experiences. For example, I had a partner who had a wandering eye, followed a bunch of women, and cheated. So that's something I do not.
But yet you put up with that and you're still there. So you have high standards, yet you're with the dude who treats you like garbage. See, this is what we're talking. This is why we're talking about this. They tell on themselves if you let them talk. Oh, let's keep going. She has more on the list. Oh, genuine interest in your friends and family who are just gonna help gaslight him. Okay. Loves music and concerts. Oh, in other words, he likes Taylor Swift and all these other people who are complete invented personas by big money. Enjoys going out. When does he have time for all this? And he has to be ambitious, and he has to be a millionaire, and he needs to live in the gym. Like, what? How much time in a day do you think we have? Traveling is a priority. Oh, which he's gonna pay for, by the way. In his divine masculine.
What?
Huh? What does that even mean? In other words, he's like Goku in Super Saiyan mode? What is that? Doesn't have a wandering eye. In other words, he's Giga Chad, but only has eyes for you. Even though every other woman in the world wants the exact same guy that you're talking about, he's gonna turn all those women away and only gonna care about you. Let me ask you a question, ladies who watch the show. Let me ask you a question. Let's pretend like you're the female version of Giga Chad. You're the most beautiful woman on the planet. You have all this beauty, all these options, all this money, all this option. And a guy says, oh, by the way, I want a woman like that, but she only has eyes for me and cannot exercise any options outside of me. What are you gonna say to that guy?
Well, this is getting weird.
Probably, right? That he's weird, he's controlling, manipulative, narcissistic, you know, all those kind of things. That's what she is, in my opinion. No, I'm not talking about just her. I don't know this woman. But in general, like, trustworthy, does not cheat, makes me feel like the most beautiful woman in the world. Well, what if you're not beautiful? What if you're blowing up by the Goodyear blimp and you're getting fat? I'm supposed to sit here and tell you you're not fat? He doesn't project onto me. That's a reverse flip. She's projecting her own insecurities on you. Does not have an opinion on how I dress.
Oh, hell no! What?
In other words, I can dress like a total skeezer, a total streetwalker, but if he says anything, he's the bad guy, not me for dressing like that. If I dress like that, I deserve to be treated like the queen. Enjoys taking care of me. In between grinding on his finances and going to the gym and jumping through all these hoops, he needs to take care of you. What are you gonna give this miracle hero Chad guy? What are you gonna give this guy in return for all this? Some lazy leg?
Not want in my next relationship. Then I have a little bonus section.
Oh, and a bonus section! As if this isn't enough, she has a bonus section! Oh boy! Dresses well. In other words, he owns a Tom Ford suit. Drinks coffee? What kind of weird... What? would be down to open businesses together?
Oh, hell no!
Never, never, never do that. Never do that, ever. Your wife or your girlfriend can work for you, but never open a business like that with her. Never. Never. No. Nope. Gentlemen, do you see why I say these women are straight up delusional? Do you understand why I say this now? Why this is so important for you to understand?
That's more like,
No, shut up. I don't want to listen to you anymore. You lost. Get off my show. And you know what's the most interesting part is, let's say you want to be that guy, but you're just not that guy yet. You want to be a complete gump and a simp, but you don't know how to appeal to women. How do I appeal to women and get them to notice me? Well, this woman says she has an answer to you. Let's hear it.
If you're single and you do this for 4 weeks, you will be basically unrecognizable because
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta pause it already. This woman has the crazy goo-goo stoned eyes. Oh my land.
you will be so much hotter. Read for 30 minutes before bed. A book you choose, not a random article an algorithm pushed on you. Meditate when you wake up. Nobody's asking you to turn into the Dalai Lama.
Look at this girl's eyes, dude. What? Look, she got the crazy eyes, man. Am I lying? Am I tripping? Look at this, man. Oh my land. Like the Medusa eye. I'm gonna turn you to stone. What the heck?
Mama, just spend 10 minutes focusing on your breath before you look at your phone, and you can thank me later. Have platonic conversations with attractive women.
Oh.
What?
Oh my god. No way.
Are you talking to me?
Oh my gosh. In other words, give me all your sexual attention, your non-sexual attention. Give me all of it. I want to be able to give you nothing back in return. And you just give me attention. Give me all the attention for free. Go ahead, keep it coming. I want more of it. Oh my land. Oh.
I love the poorly educated.
Just listen to what she says and respond without trying to impress her or get her phone number. You know, like a human. And pick up a
Oh, like a human. Oh, thank you for gaslighting me and projecting. I appreciate that.
hobby. Preferably something that doesn't involve a screen, like ceramics or yoga. You'll get out of your head and maybe you'll meet somebody cute. If you're
Oh, get off my show. Get off my show. I can't take this anymore. Oh. Gentlemen, do you see what I'm talking about? And thank God that in that comment section, there were a couple men who were like, oh, add being 6 foot and whatnot in there. So people are catching on to this. But I gotta jump through all these hoops and be Giga Chad? Giga Chad doesn't have to jump through those hoops. He shows up. So how do you become that guy? Well, it takes years of hard work in plain English. But this is so stupid. Do you think that the guy she's attracted to has to jump through all these hoops, check all these boxes, do all these goofy things, and play goofy games to win these goofy women? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Oh, hell no!
No, I don't think he does at all. I'll tell you why. I haven't had to do that with some of the women I've interacted with. Oh, by the way, these kind of lists, they actually exist. I've seen them from women that I know and have met. Oh yeah, that's not just on the internet. I've seen those in real life, by the way. So these women who have these followings on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, women actually listen to them. Oh yeah. I've seen these kind of lists before. So if you think it's just
Business. Numbers. Is this working? Yes.
if you think it's just business, you're wrong. No, a lot of people actually take this to the bank. They actually believe this BS. But this is why I tell you, women like dangerous men. They like masculine men. They like the bad boys. Because the bad boys will look at a list like that and say, man, Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to?
Are you talking to me?
And they'll be like, nah, I'm not doing all that crap. They won't jump through the hoops. They won't play the dumb games to win the dumb prizes. They won't do these things. And then the women will still reward them. Am I the bad guy for talking about this? What do you think? If you're getting mad at me for talking about this, then you're part of the problem. I don't care if you're male, female, none of the above. I don't care. Martian, I don't care. My friends, what are your thoughts on this? I would love to hear it. You can leave it in the comment section on my Twitter page at Sheared. You can go over there. My DMs are open. I just ask that you be somewhat respectful. My friends, meantime, please stay vigilant. Please stay informed. And please question everything that you hear, read, everything that comes your way, please. All right, I've had enough internet for today. Okay, I don't know much more of this I can take. I'm out of here. Take care. Peace.